everybody. Welcome to another episode of Jillin Off with your hosts, Christina Walkinshaw and
Jen Murphy.
We have a lot to talk about and a lot to celebrate. We've been separated for weeks now.
I know. So long that you lost your voice.
So long. Oh my God. I totally was losing my voice because I was either performing comedy or I was doing karaoke or I was at a Howl on the Moon show watching dueling piano players play a gazillion Billy Joel songs.
But there's no other reason you may have lost your voice?
Speaking of which, we have champagne here to celebrate.
Have there been foreign objects in your throat?
They're not that foreign. They're actually pretty normal. So we don't know. You, the listener, don't really know what we're celebrating yet, but there is champagne in my hand.
Yes, there is.
I did miss your birthday.
Yes, you did. I can't believe it. My only friend.
I know, your only friend out of town for your birthday. Don't you hate it when that happens?
No, I ended up going to a, what do they call it? I'm an idiot. Where they do like tricks, fire walking. They dance, but they're not strippers. They're
burlesque.
Burlesque. Thank you.
Burlesque.
God, I couldn't even get the word into my brain.
So you saw some burlesque. Where did you see burlesque?
Saw some boobs on my birthday.
Saw some titties on your birthday.
Classy boobs.
Dude, burlesque is great. I love it.
It was fun. I went because it was right by my house. Justin Wood was there, a good friend of us.
That's so funny.
So it was a pretty low-key birthday.
Shout out to my favorite burlesque dancer, Kiki Maroon in Houston. She's amazing. Okay, here we go. I'm going to open this. All right.
Okay. I don't even know what we're celebrating.
I know. There's always something for if you're watching us on YouTube, once in a while, I like to do some physical comedy.
Oh God, Paul's terrified.
Why does nobody trust me to open a bottle of champagne?
Because it's terrifying.
You guys act like I'm not A, an alcoholic, and B, an ex-bartender.
It's not personal. I'd be terrified if I was opening it.
There you go.
There you go.
There you are. And I held it away from the camera. You guys are probably like, what? We didn't even get to see the show.
It was not personal, Christina. It's just terrifying.
Oh, look at that. This is really good. This is Bev Mo's best.
Yeah.
$20, but the second is 5 cents. Shout out to Bev Mo.
Oh, really? That is exciting.
Don't you ever go to Bev Mo?
No.
It's right beside Mexicali. You can get all your shopping done in one shot. You can get your quesadilla, chips and salsa, happy hour margarita, and some champagne for your podcast, all in the same shopping complex.
I'm just not as good at living life as you are.
You know what?
You're really organized.
That is the kind of compliment I will accept.
Do you know what I did today?
What did you do today?
I was going to go get cash to give somebody $20 at the end of the day.
A Venmo, baby.
So I'm so zoned out that I put my card in, asked for the $40.
You took out $400?
20 for myself. No, thank God. After you hear what I did.
Okay.
40. And then I took my card out and walked away.
You didn't take the cash?
Nope.
You left it in the machine.
I don't know. I walked away. I was only gone for about 30 seconds. And it was inside a 7-Eleven where the machine's in the back of the 7-Eleven.
Yeah.
So I don't think anyone took it. I was like, oh my God. I realized what I did. I turned around and went back. And there was no cash there. But the machine was making this weird beeping noise. And I don't think it ever sent out the cash.
Okay. Or maybe it took it back in when you didn't grab it.
Hopefully, because when I walked away, I saw, you know what happens when I sink, and I'm just like, I'm so stupid. Why am I so stupid? I can't even live. I mean, I sink fast when I sink. No. So I called Citibank. I was like, your ATM did not give me the cash. And they were like, oh my God, we will refund you right away. Thank God.
That's good. All right, so now we're toasting.
It would have been a bad way to start the day. I'm sorry, this is a celebration, and I just told a story of how stupid I am.
We're celebrating Jen Murphy's her latest birthday.
Yes.
We'll call it the latest birthday.
That's not really what the champaign is for, though, is
definitely
it?
not what it's for. Way more exciting than that. We're really nursing our way into this podcast.
Go ahead, Christina. What have you been doing the last 2 weeks?
Okay, so as you know, I did go on another cruise. And I have to tell you, this cruise started off one way and it ended a completely different way. Okay, so I didn't tell you last podcast, but my period was a week late. So I go into this cruise and I'm already a little bit stressed about my period. But bear in mind, I haven't fucked anybody in 4 months. So I know I'm not pregnant.
But it was Easter. That's when Immaculate Conceptions happen.
I know. And obviously, right? I would be the one that it would happen to, right? Like the
or
baby
is that Christmas?
The big guy obviously wants me to have.
Oh, rising from the dead is what happens during Easter. I'm sorry. Totally different thing.
Don't worry.
Your eggs were rising from the dead. They died.
Exactly. Oh, my God. I'm just awkwardly laughing because I know nothing about religion. Okay.
Oh, you don't? Okay, I'll explain it later.
Little bit. I kind of remember a few things from my 4 years I went to church.
I'll read you the Bible over happy hour later.
I can't wait. I thought reading The Ethical Slut at the bar was a good talking piece, but I think the Bible would be even better. Yeah. Okay. So I'm convinced, and I'm in my head, and I'm still doing comedy. I'm meeting all these people, but I have nobody to talk to. I have nobody, like, I can't Google anything because I'm totally offline. So I can't like go on the internet and Google, can you use your vibrator so many times that you stop getting a period? Like, I can't.
Oh, you really were nervous that something's wrong?
It was like, it went by. It was like, at one point I was 15 days late, and I've never been late. I'm like clockwork. So then I'm like, oh my God.
Well, 15 days is a lot. But if you haven't had sex, there's no fear. I guess I would just think I'm getting older and it missed one. But you're a lot younger than me.
I was so scared. Like, in my mind, I was already auditioning for Menopause the Musical. Like, I was like, that's it. I'm never getting a period anymore. I'm never going to have an excuse to bail on all my friends and be like, oh, I just got my period. I can't go out. Like, I have no excuse to bail anymore. And I was like, oh, I'm never going to get that tender pain anymore. I was already kind of missing my period in a weird way.
Oh, God.
Anyways.
I would be so happy, but although I wouldn't, because it's kind of a sign of old age. But as far as everything else that comes along with it, I told you our bodies were aligning because you finally got it so late. And then I got mine 7 days early. Like the day after you.
Maybe we're syncing up and my body was just trying to wait for you or catch up to you. But
yeah, because your body feels so bad for me that I'm your only friend. And it's like, we got to connect.
Oh my God.
We need to connect with this girl.
Anyways.
I'm so glad you finally got it.
I mean, 1 second you think you're going through menopause, and the next you're having period sex. So the transition is super fast.
That's the way you announced you had sex? Was that it was period sex?
Oh my God.
Hey guys, welcome to the celebration of Christina. She finally got laid by a stranger and she has no...
He wasn't a stranger by the end of the week.
I thought wearing pantyhose was a little bit bad. You just said screw it.
Oh yeah, if you thought it was awkward when I was wearing pantyhose hooking up with guys, wait till you hear me wearing maxi pads and hooking up with guys.
The first time you had sex with a new guy, you're on your period.
I never have period sex. I never do it. I'm just like, nah, we'll just like skip this week. But hence I was in a dry spell. And then
it's not really that bad, I guess, unless it's like,
I already feel like I skipped over so much story that I'm like, oh my God, I didn't even tell you about going to New York. Okay, let's rewind. We're going to get more details about the sex.
Well, you threw out that period sex thing awfully fast.
I know, that's because I really wanted to tell you guys about menopause, even though you guys were all like, disgusting. We're going to change the channel. change the podcast. We're going to change the podcast.
We weren't disgusted by your menopause.
I don't know, but maybe people listening to it are. Maybe they're like, oh my God.
Not how. How is menopause gross?
I know. Anyway.
It's just some sweating and no more period sex.
Oh my God. See, that's the good part about getting menopause. No more period sex.
That's the
hey,
thing.
boys, stop lining up so fast. Stop it. Okay, let's rewind though. Let me talk about another tragic night before. There's so many tragic.
Oh, I thought it was all fun. Okay, go ahead.
Oh my God. No. The sex was the best of my life, but we're going to save those details for part 2 of this podcast.
I'm just going to be quiet and drink my champagne. Go ahead, Christina.
Okay, wait. No. Okay, so let's rewind. Okay, so I get to New York. I have to get on the cruise. I don't know, like Sunday morning or whatever, 11. But I get into New York kind of late at like midnight. Of course, it's like some airport hotel that's tragically far away from everything. But I'm still determined. I love New York so much. I'm so determined to go out. I'm like, no.
It's so fun.
I am going out. I love New York so much. I was hungry. It's New York. Last call's at 4.
Yeah.
So I start looking up Ubers, and it's Saturday night, and it was so expensive. It would have been like $80 to go into the city because I have a friend that was working at Duplex, and I was like, oh, I could go to the West Village right now. But I was like, $80 each way. So that's $160.
Wait,
like, plus
$80 each way?
Yes.
You paid that to go out in New York?
These were my dilemmas in the moment. And I was like, well, I'm not going to go there.
Yeah, it's a lot.
And then I started just like looking up bars that were nearby. And then I asked the guy who worked there, by the way, oh my God, the staff at this hotel was so sad. I was like, do you guys know any like decent bars like in the neighborhood that I could take a cheap Uber to? And then the girl behind the desk was just like, no, I didn't really go out. And I was like, wow, that's super 2019 of you.
Wait, were you at JFK, LaGuardia?
Yeah, JFK.
Yeah, that's out there in Queens.
It is out there. But then I was determined to go out. So I was like, okay. So I look up which is the cheapest to go to.
You're a baller.
I am a baller. I don't care about money. I'm going out if I want to. I Ubered here. Yeah. I mean, obviously.
Oh, you went with us lowly, sweaty people on the train today?
I wanted to take the train, but then I was like, I kind of did the math and it kind of made sense.
You are dressed up.
So anyways, I decide I'm going out in Manhattan. I'm going out, not Manhattan, sorry. I look at whatever's cheaper, and it turns out the cheapest place for me to go to that's not totally disgusting is Astoria. And I haven't been to Astoria since Christine lived there. You know, my friend Christina Vegas.
Yeah, I lived there for 5 years.
Yeah, so I'm like,
Astoria's great.
Yeah, no, you know what? I loved it.
Yeah.
I mean, I had this pipe dream of like going to this dirty bar that we used to go to in Astoria called No Partners. Do you know No Partners?
No, but you know what? I lived there so long ago, and now it's way trendy. It's way more stuff. When I lived there, it was mostly a Greek neighborhood, but still super cool. But now it's a lot of bars and cool.
Oh, no, there was tons of bars. Like,
yeah, it wasn't that trendy when I lived there.
Yeah, so so there was this bar that Christine and Jen used to live really close to. It was at the end of their block. It was their local. Even though it was like a little bit dodgy and shady, they were obsessed with it. It was called No Partners. And it's this bar. And it's funny because I actually went there once. It was like one of those bars where people would still take phone calls on the payphone on the wall.
Yeah.
You know, the payphone's still ringing once in a while. I'd be like, Joe, it's for you. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, weird, shady characters getting their phone calls off the wall. And then after the first time I went there, I took down the phone number, and then I used to call Christine at the bar. So the payphone would ring for her, just so she could feel
so funny.
So she could feel like one of the locals. Do you know what I mean? Be like, is Christine there?
I don't know if I've ever taken a call in a bar.
People would be like, is it Christine in the bar? Like, and then she would come over or whatever. But I asked the owner, I was like, how come this bar is called No Partners? And he goes, because years ago, me and my buddy opened the bar. We were partners. So we called the bar Partners. A couple years ago, the guy fucks me over, leaves the business. He just takes off and he leaves the business. So I put a no above the sign.
Oh my God, that's so awesome.
I was like, of course that's why it's called No Partners.
He changed it to No Partners.
Yeah. So anyways, I'm determined.
That is very basic.
Yeah.
He went from partners to
No Partners.
Hold on, can we do one small timeout?
Yeah.
Paul, do you need a glass?
Oh,
Did you
Paul
get some
needs a glass of
champagne?
champagne.
Come on, Paul.
It's his sex birthday. I don't have menopause combo champagne.
Sorry, I didn't mean to disrupt the podcast. I got very concerned
too.
about his hydration.
Nobody does our podcast sober, Paul. You know that. Yeah. That's ridiculous.
He was looking over there like he was going to have like clear pee and shit. I'm like, come on, Paul.
Right. So I'm like,
get some champagne.
Oh my God. I'm good. I was going to make a comment about how men sometimes have bubbly pee, but I'm not going to do that right now. Okay. So I get to Astoria. Yeah, it's like a half an hour. I don't know. I think that Uber was like $50, which I hate to say it was a deal at that point. I was like, I don't care.
Yeah.
But then I think
you're in New York for one night.
I looked this place up on Yelp and it looks like an Irish pub. I like picture myself maybe having like a pint and some fish and chips or something basic. And then I get there and of course this Irish pub after midnight is full blown like nightclub. And just like,
that's the worst.
People spilling beer everywhere. And
especially when you're expecting an Irish pub, which is the best.
I know. And then I was mildly terrifying. So I get a Lagunitas. I decide, you know what? I mean, I'm still so sober, right? I've just been traveling all day. I was like, okay. Although I did have some drinks in the Phoenix airport. I had nice bonding sessions there. You know, I like my...
Were you there for like 7 hours?
I was there for 4 hours. I thought I was going to be there for longer. It was actually 4. But you know me, like I always look at connecting flights as airport bar crawls.
No, yeah, I'm a big fan of airports too.
And actually, now I feel like my stories this is why, as a comedian, I have to tell jokes and I can't tell stories because the stories all over the place already. But yeah, no, in the Phoenix airport, I did get a free margarita.
Always good.
I know. I'm usually good. I usually get like at least one free drink per airport bar crawl. I saved that seat for this guy because he had to go check on his flight. It was a disaster that day. Everybody's flights were getting canceled and whatever. And so, but it was funny having a conversation with that man because I don't know where he was from, but I told him I was going to work on cruise ships doing stand up. And he looks at me and he's like, oh, on a cruise ship, eh? So I guess you can't be racist, huh? I was like, yeah, that's why I'm not racist just on cruise ships because it's not appropriate. And then that's when you have to slurp your margarita so fast and pretend like your plane's about to take off because you can't continue a conversation.
And then just run across to another terminal.
Like,
I'll be in Terminal 7 now.
although I did talk to another guy at a different bar in the Phoenix airport, and he actually did write down our podcast, so maybe he's listening.
We've got, speaking of, hold on. You think about the next leg of your story that you're going to tell, but I feel like we need to take a moment.
To take a photo?
No. Talk amongst yourselves. I obviously lost my phone. Oh, it's I can't do it. Damn it. I was looking for my phone. It's recording.
She's recording the podcast.
Shoot. I was going to read our emails that we got.
Oh, yeah.
So I sent you one of them. Dan Lawrence, shout out, sent an email saying that he would desperately want to go on a cruise with Christina. And then we got another email from a very nice guy who said he's super nice. He's married, wasn't creepy. I want to say his name, but now my phone, it's over there. We'll do it. I'll do it next week.
Yeah. Next week, aka 20 minutes from now?
He already knew you.
Okay.
And then he said, and now he's a fan of mine. And then he was giving us tips. He goes, you guys are always drinking wine. If you would recommend wine, I would go out and buy it. You should start recommending wine. Remember we talked about doing that in the beginning.
We should definitely be doing this. This is just this is recommended to me right off the shelves at Bev Mo, and it's called Gina Prosecco. Like I said, it retails at $20, but you know Bev Mo. $20, but the second one's 5 cents.
He gave us some other tips too, but I'll look it up because I was going to read the email. I didn't realize I'd be giving up my phone. It's all good. But anyway, we did get some emails at the jillinoffpod@gmail.com.
All of my fans are going to come from drinking at airport bars.
Oh, and I got a third email, but it was in Thai.
Excuse me, but it was in Thai? Oh my God, that's hilarious.
I know. Because remember when we look at the numbers, we have fans in
overseas. Actually, you know what? It's funny is I got an email recently that was from some Asian letters as well.
I don't think
but then I didn't open it because I thought it was spam.
I don't think it was spam. It could have been, but I mean, I haven't gotten any spam on that email yet.
Right.
Because I rarely use it, so I don't think it's in the system as something to spam, but...
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, so... All right, so I'm in Astoria. I'm in this terrifying bar. So then I move bars. I also need a slice of pizza. And I have to say the slice of pizza I had in Astoria was so good and crispy and pepperoni. I put so much parm on top that one slice of pizza was worth my $50 Uber. I basically paid $100 for a slice of pizza because it was $50 each way. And the slice was only $3 though. I mean, I could go out for a nice dinner and spend $100. So really, I feel like it was good. But then I went to the second bar, which was way more casual, a little more hipstery, craft beers. It was less terrifying. I still felt like a little older than the average.
What time was it at this point?
Oh, like 2 a.m. I was home by 3.
Oh, wow.
The whole thing round trip was maybe $3, 3 hours. But but then I met a guy at that bar and we were chatting or whatever. And then we went for pizza. He bought me a beer. And that was fine. I made a new Instagram follower.
Did you put red peppers on your pizza?
I always do. You mean chili flakes?
Chili flakes.
Chili flakes and parm. I went heavy on
when we were in Afghanistan, Christina, somebody played that trick where they don't put the cap on all the way or something. And she went to put red flakes on her food and half the bottle came out.
Like all of the flakes were on my pizza.
And your face was like so sad. And I was like, take it back. And you're like, I don't want to have to return the food and stuff.
Be like scraping off those chili flakes.
Yeah.
And I will eat it.
And then jump to an hour and a half later, they took us out to show us how bullets and bombs work. And we're out in the middle of a field. And all of a sudden, Christina looks at me and she goes, oh my God, I need a bathroom. I'm not going to make it. Just terrified.
It's just literally me running across the field in Kandahar.
You're like sweating.
Sweating. Desperate need of a bathroom.
All those flakes went right through your poor system.
Oh my God.
We were in the middle of nowhere.
We were in Kandahar and I literally had to like.
And they were in the middle of a demonstration with this huge bomb where they're like, yeah, it flies like 300 miles and can hit the destination. And Christina's like, is there a porta potty?
I'm like, my hands up. I'm like, excuse me, speaking of explosions, is there a bathroom? You know what's
I could not stop laughing, and you poor thing was just sweating. Like, but we did find a porta potty.
You know what's so sad is that I have a story coming up that's so similar to that one that now I'm scared. This is going to be my reputation.
Oh, it's okay. I'm pretty sure I'm responsible for Studio City LA Fitness closing down because of that reason. They put up a notice that their last day is Thursday.
Oh my God.
I think I may have had too much red wine and worked out on the treadmill. Left their bathroom in a disarray.
Oh my God.
I'm just kidding. It wasn't that bad. Tell me, what's your other explosion story?
I was going to save that for the next podcast because I want to get deeper into this this lovely fling I just had.
Oh, yes. Please go.
Because it was so good. But like I said, I still feel like I have so many other stories to tell from like the first week of my trip.
Go ahead. All our listeners will listen next podcast too.
Okay, so I love being on this cruise. It was amazing. Oh yeah, by the way, I did not fuck a passenger. I know everybody was all worried about that. It's not a passenger.
That's illegal, Christina.
I know exactly. It's like that Biz Marquee song. Be like, you got what I need. When you say he's just a friend, not a passenger. When you say he's just a friend. Okay, sorry. And really, I remember that song off of a In Living Color sketch. Anyways, now I'm dating myself. Okay. So we get on the cruise. This one, I actually had days off. I did do 11 shows a week. So I did 22 shows, but we had like 3 days off a week. So It was so fun. I get on the cruise. I don't even have to work that day. Johnny has to do the welcome show, but I don't have anything to do. So I'm like, oh, this is going to be so fun. We met this family from Wales that became like my family, and I love them so much that I cried when I say goodbye to them.
Wow.
I made so many nice friends on this trip. Like, I love them. And it was such a magical time. Way more drinking than the last cruise I did, that's for sure. But I met this couple from Vegas. A couple stories. So I met a couple from Vegas. Bear in mind, you're not allowed to gamble. See, my storytelling is shit. I'm all over the place.
No, it's not. I just moved away because I burped.
Okay. I thought you were like, oh my God.
No, I was.
Story's taking another turn.
No, I was just like.
This is why I'm.
You're such a bad story. So I'm just gonna
move over to another podcast studio.
You used to just roll right out the door. Yeah, I'm gonna go now, guys.
Oh my God. It's because I'm so excited about like the good parts that I want, like of the story that I want to share, but I want to save the good shit for the end, like any good stand up, right? It's the closer. It's not the middle. Do you know what I mean? That shit's got to stay till the end.
No, Christina, you're consistently good throughout the whole thing.
She is so nice. I love this girl, right? That was a compliment, right? Okay. All right.
Yes.
All right, so we can't gamble. So anyways, we're getting buzzed or whatever, and we keep on hanging out in this casino bar in the cruise. And of course, we can't gamble. Yeah. So I meet this couple from Vegas. Oh, by the way, once I started towards the end of the week, I started to drop a few polyamorous jokes, poly jokes. So 7 o'clock show has to be super clean. There's usually like kids in the front row. 9 o'clock is allowed to be PG-13. And
that'll get you some fans.
11 o'clock adult show, no kids, so you could do like whatever. So funny. So I started to trickle in a few polyamory jokes towards the end of the week, and it's so funny because even though they get like a moderate response of like chuckles and awkwardness and eyes darting left and right, the amount of people that started talking to me after the show went up exponentially. Like, I was like, I think that was so I started to go into my poly material, but I think the way I kind of segued into it, I was like, we're kind of at the part of the cruise where, everybody on the cruise is kind of trying to figure out which couples are friendly and which ones are polyamorous. You have to ask more questions. They're like, where are you guys from again? Michigan. Oh, okay. Yeah, they're just friendly. Where are you guys from? Portland. Uh-oh. You know what I mean? Like,
that is so funny.
And then I go into some poly joke. It was fun for me and I didn't really care. But like I said, so many more people talked to me after the show. I was like, wow, I've just opened up Pandora's gate. Although one guy, and he was actually from Ottawa, he was flirting with me and he like literally was quite, what's the word I'm looking for? He was very, we're taking a picture.
Wait, hopefully he's listening.
This one guy for sure wanted to take me home, and he told me he did, and he told me he wanted to have sex with me. And then I was like, thank you so much for asking, but contractually I can't fuck you. But if you want to fill out a comment card, I'm pretty sure that, you wanting to fuck me would give me 5 stars. I feel like that equates to like something good where the ship will probably be, she must be really nice.
So people that are trying to pick up on you on the boat, why are they there?
Why are they on the cruise?
I feel like most cruises are couples or family, like they came with their friends or do you feel like anybody goes alone?
There was definitely people there alone. I had some nice conversations with other single women that were on the cruise.
Really?
I met a really cool single mom, and she was awesome. And she got excited. And I think you're right. I think for the most part, it is families and couples.
I haven't done cruises. I've only done Disney with my nephews and nieces, so I don't know.
When you go on, and it's so fun to be, and even actually the stage manager, Sarah, was like amazing. She even noted, she goes, this is a nice combination of comedians, right? Because you got this family guy and you got the music guy and then you have the single girl. Because there are people out there.
I could see a group of girls taking a cruise together. I don't see a group of guys doing a cruise together. That's why I wonder how many single guys are actually on the cruise.
Yeah, very true. But I think, if you want to do a cruise, you shouldn't not go because you're single.
No, not at all. I'm just curious.
Yeah, I know, but I think you're right. I mean, the numbers are definitely stacked more in the couple zone.
Yeah.
But that being said, there were single people, and it was so fun to kind of, not call them out, but like make a connection with those few people in the crowd. Do you know what I mean? Like, because usually I'd be up there, I'd be like, so any single people out there? And it's just like all the children, clapping, like all the 7-year-olds. Oh, just me and the kids. Great. This isn't awkward at all.
So if you can't hook up with crew, you can only hook up with people that are working the crew.
Yeah, you're like.
So if you're,
it's not like it's in the pamphlet. Please fuck the crew. But
if you're the new blood, because obviously that crew is together right? Some of them are on there for like 6 months or something.
A lot of the crew's on there for like 9 months.
So if you're the new blood, are they just all over you? Because how often do they get new women coming in there? Just the comedians, right? Maybe a few dancers?
Yeah, I think the musicians, just guest entertainers, I think kind of rotate at a faster pace than the actual crew.
We're at 25 already.
Oh, that's good. Okay. Cool. So anyway.
So were they all over you then? I mean, I know you told that last story of the Serbian guy chasing you to the elevator.
I mean, I did get chased to the elevator by a Serbian on the last cruise. You know what? Whenever I think my confidence is low, I just have to go on a cruise and I feel better about myself. But anyways, so then more couples chatting with me or whatever. But I meet this couple from Vegas, okay? And they got this cruise for free because he gambles so much. And obviously I love video poker. And I was jonesing. I was like, I think you should play some video poker. I was like, I'll just watch. I'm not allowed to play. Like, just you should play. And then he's like, okay. But he's like, just so you know, I'm such a heavy gambler that I don't like playing this. I like to play 3 games at the same time. That's the kind of machine I like to play on. I'm like, well, guess what? You're just going to play video poker, double bonus. Okay. Nice and easy. And I promise I'm lucky. You're going to get 4 of a kind. And then you're going to cash out. I was like, and he's like, okay, cool. Sure. And then he puts in his money. He already has money on a card. So he has like a bunch of money. So he puts in $100, starts playing 50 cents. I only play quarters. And then sure enough, he got 4 sevens.
Wow, look at you, Lucky.
I was so proud of myself.
Lucky Walkinshaw?
Lucky Walkinshaw. Anyways, this is just me dancing around the story that I really want to tell, that I'm going to tell on part 2. This is the teaser.
God.
I've had sex. Now what are the juicy details?
You're going to have to wait another week.
You're going to have to wait another week. I mean, because, oh my God.
Walkinshaw teasing you with her pantyhose.
Dude, I am. Oh yeah, I know. Did I wear pantyhose? No, I'm pretty sure every night that we hooked up, it was always a night where I was wearing jeans. Lucky.
Yeah.
I mean,
you need something stronger than pantyhose to keep that period in.
I literally was so desperate to get my period. Like, I thought I was going through menopause for real. I started wearing no underwear. I was like, I dare you to come, period. I dare you.
Have you ever been scared that a tampon's going to fall out of your body?
The fallout?
It's not likely. I just wondered.
I mean, once in a while I do. Yeah, you get like one that starts to creep and then it's when I was uncomfortable and you're like, oh no.
The first time I didn't use a tampon. I mean, I used to use pads for years and then I
still use pads. I love them. I don't trust myself to drink in a tampon. I'm scared I'm going to like leave it in and then die.
No, you won't die. But the first time I ever used it, I didn't know that you had to take that, like, there was plastic and then you're just supposed to shove the cotton part in, but I didn't know. I put the whole thing inside of me because I didn't know. And it hurt so bad. I was like, why does this hurt so much? And at one point, the plastic just fell out. Just slid right out of there.
So, kids, if you're out there listening, make sure you put the
tune in to our next episode to find out Christina's juicy gossip.
Champagne podcast. Listen next week. More exciting details. I'm going to work on my storytelling skills.